It's a genuine pleasure for me to be back at the Sharjah International Book Fair. I was last here 2 or 3 years ago, and I remember it well as an occasion where numbers as large as we are seeing today gather to discuss books, ideas, arts, entertainment, culture, and creativity. I must say I'd like to compliment His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi and the entire team that he has assembled for the Sharjah International Book Fair for having the breadth of vision to conceive and execute a celebration of writing and reading at such a grand scale. I know in the UAE you periodically have a year of reading. It's an absolutely wonderful tradition, and I hope it continues indefinitely. Has grown in importance and intensity in recent years as the strategic relationship between India and the United Arab Emirates has become much closer. But if we take the slightly longer view across the grand sweep of time, given the historical links between the Middle East and India, and this region's own unique location at the crossroads of Asia, Africa, and Europe, I would argue that Indians have played a significant role in the economic resurgence of the entire region. The Arab world continues and constitutes an integral part, plays host to close to 9 million Indian expatriates who in 2017 remitted over 60% of the nearly $70 billion that India received in inward remittances. So we cannot live without the Arab world. However, this is not merely a story of one-way movement of skilled expatriates and unskilled labor. My personal contacts with the Arab people, both during my time with the United Nations, then as a minister, and now as a member of Parliament, have left me with a deep sense of appreciation of the historic, cultural, and civilizational ties that bind India and the Arab countries. And in fact, there are so many of them in Bahrain that I know I'm talking about UAE relations, but the story will amuse you, that when I visited there as minister, I was told by my hosts that, you know, there are 103 Indian associations in Bahrain. And the whole country of Bahrain is 700,000 people. 103 Indian associations in Bahrain. 96 of them are Kerala associations. So I said, well, that is the story of Kerala as well, because one Keralite is a poet, 2 Keralites is an argument, 3 Keralites is a Kerala Samajam, 4 Keralites is 2 Kerala Samajams. That is basically. Indeed, in the past decade or so, the story of India-UAE relations has become as much about UAE investment in India as it was about the stream of Indian expatriates looking to the UAE for better employment opportunities and livelihoods in the decades preceding that. Congress come back, but let me stress that genuinely the India-UAE relationship is above and beyond political differences. I think that we were very proud of our close links with the UAE. Even if the Prime Minister didn't come, I think many of our ministers came frequently. We gave this relationship a strong priority. It was not only at the political level or the personal individual level, but also even at the geostrategic level. For example, our national security advisors would meet here as well as in India. And there was a perception of shared commonality, including an interest in peace and stability in the region as a whole, the region of the Gulf as well as the subcontinent, that makes this relationship truly immune to any risk of change because of political fortunes. Well, in India, certainly I can tell you that for my party, it's the single most important issue. Why was it caused? We can go back into the depths of history, because there's no doubt that the British came to a country that was one of the most prosperous in the world, with an extremely large share of global GDP, about 27% in 1700, second largest share of per capita GDP, and Britain then proceeded to impoverish it, and there's no question about that. We did end up in a country in which, when the British left in 1947, 90% of the population lived below the poverty line. So today it's just about 21, 22%, which is not great, but it's better than the 90% we had in 1947. For the Congress Party, certainly we understand fully the vital importance of focusing on poverty eradication. We have tried to do so in successive governments. We've made progress, which is why we've gone from 90 to 20. But the fact is that a lot more still needs to be done. We believe the right formula consists of economic growth through liberalization, which we introduced in 1991, but distributing the fruits, the revenues of that growth to those who have nothing, who are marginalized, who are on the edges of society. I myself have argued in Parliament that the magic of the market will not appeal to those who cannot afford to enter the marketplace.